Now, today I'm going to share with you a really important task that I believe we should all do at least every year. And as we're getting towards the end of the year, it's a great time to do it. Then I'm going to tell you how to do it and why it's so important. Now, this task is to look back over the year that's been with curiosity and kindness, to have a look at what I call repeated mistakes. Now, repeated mistakes are usually poor habits. So it means they're behaviours that we've started but not been consistent with, or behaviours that we say we're going to do but we haven't even started. And here's the thing, if you look back over this year, you'll probably find that it extends way beyond. It's probably goes back many years in a similar way. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you two. The first one is, and this is an example from a client I had who wanted to be a really good planner and plan his days and his weeks. And this was the year he was going to nail it. As we look back over this year, he's been really inconsistent with it. Start, stop, not do it, start, stop, a bit of reminding. And when I asked him to track even further back, he'd never embraced this as a habit, and he'd been sporadic with it for about 4 or 5 years. So what this means, he'd never really created a habit, so it never became normal and natural. Somebody else I worked with was the same, but with exercise. And as we tracked back, they'd never really embraced exercise. And even though they had a membership for the last year, they'd never been consistently. So now you've identified your poor behavior, your repeated mistake, it's time to clean out the energy of it. So the first thing to do is to ask yourself, why do you want to do this? Get really clear. Ask several times why, and then go as deep as you can on what will this get for you until you get down to a core driving emotion, which should be a great one like fulfillment, happiness, achievement, pride. Unless you do that, you're going to find it really hard to embrace this behavior and make it into a natural habit. Then I suggest you have a little dig and ask yourself, for what reasons have you not been doing this? Just to clean out the energy of them. Now you've decided and you had a look at it, there's 3 things you can do with this. You can either ditch it, do it, or sometimes delegate it. So let's just have a look at those. Now, if you really can't get connected with this, maybe it's time to ditch it and let go of the energy of this thing you've been struggling with, because it uses up a lot of energy when we think we should do something and we don't, or we feel bad because we failed again, all of that stuff. And maybe you just need to go and do something different in its place that gives you more fun and joy and is perhaps equally as healthy or important. However, let's say it is planning and you know that it's really important because, hey, it's a really vital high performance habit. And what you then need to do is you need to go, right, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to ditch it. I want to do it. So you have to elevate its importance. So again, make sure you've written down why you want to do it, and then write as many reasons as you can. What else will this give you in your life when you have become a great planner? Think of all the possibilities, a little bit of imagination and dreaming. That's going to be your fuel to help you stay connected. Now you need to make a plan, which involves ensuring that you schedule in time in your diary to do this. It might be the morning and the evening, and you might need somebody to hold you accountable. That means you can now elevate the focus of this habit. Perhaps it's the key one for next year. It'll be raised in your importance, creating a plan and also knowing how you might sabotage it again and coming up with a counter strategy. Finally, there are some things that you may want to delegate. Now, you probably can't delegate planning, but you can find someone to help you, to remind you to do it and to check in with or to report. Same as exercise. You can't really delegate it. However, you could find a trainer to help you stay on track, join in with others and make it easier for yourself. There's always a solution. So take a look back over your year at your repeated errors, repeated mistakes. They'll be poor habits. Decide whether you really want to make them part of your life and why. And then you either do it, you find a way to elevate its importance. If you don't want to do it, you ditch it. And if possible, you delegate it, or you find an expert or someone to help you with. And if you're still struggling, it means you have old patterns that are still running at the subconscious level, maybe old beliefs that need cleaning out to help you feel aligned. And if you need help with that, that's where I can come in with some mindset coaching. So I hope that was helpful. I'd love to hear from you what poor habits, repeated mistakes you found and what you're going to do about them. Thank you. Mandy Napier, Mindset for Success. And finally, please subscribe and like my channel.